opening. It's really strange. It's like, it's framed off like it's a door, but then behind it, it just kind of narrows out. We're at the top of the arch, so I think we need to go down more, yeah?
The Kaparka keeps digging for victory while we keep a safe distance away. Not too safe, though.
Back up, back up!
This is Expedition Unknown. I'm climbing high in the Andes Mountains on an expedition to find the lost Incan city of gold. After days of hiking, we've stumbled on a colossal set of ruins.
Whoa,
Whoa,
big wall, look at that.
this is something. Now this is something good.
It doesn't appear to be a gold-covered temple, but this is what I came here for, the thrill of discovery.
Hey, Greg, come here. Greg, look, come here. Come here, come here, come here. Look.
Whoa, this is one fine piece. Look at this.
So what do we got?
It's a ceramic piece that would be of high imperial Incan style and yet rustic. So probably locally made at the time.
And the markings?
It's all representative of, as it looks,
A face.
a face most likely.
It's hard to believe that the artifact I'm holding was crafted by Incan hands hundreds of years ago. To me, you can't put a price on that.
So what is this place?
This site is very unique, and you won't find this place documented anywhere. And this is why when I hear people saying, oh, the world has been mapped, that's silly.
Yeah.
Because this place is covered.
This is just so unbelievable.
Greg believes this is part of a site known as Uncayok, a massive and largely undocumented Incan city. Until more resources can be devoted to its excavation, it will remain buried in the jungle.
So better to leave it as it is until it can be properly managed.
It's the lesser of two evils, I believe, than to have a half-baked effort that might attract people to come in and look for artifacts, further destroying it.
And what about Paititi? Is Paititi out there?
That series of roads that all connect with each other, and combined with so many legends. It may not be with a capital P, it may not have the treasure of the Incas, in fact, it probably doesn't, but there is some site that it all leads to.
There are sprawling temples, colossal walls, channels and stone gutters for water, and mysterious carvings. To find some hard answers as to how it was all built, I wait for the crowds to disperse and then meet with leading archaeologist Jose Ignacio Gallego at the so-called Gate of the Sun.
So the first thing I noticed are these beautiful carvings. So let's talk about the big guy in the middle.
Viracocha.
This is Viracocha,
This is a figure that appears all around Latin America. Sometimes this image is called the staff god.
the staff god.
Viracocha is birthed from the waters of the lake.
So he literally comes out of these waters and he sort of creates everything.
Yeah.
The really impressive part of this gate, of course, is just the gate itself.
This stone is called andesite.
Andesite. This was originally one piece of stone.
Yeah.
And they moved this by hand.
Yeah.
That's the part of this I don't get.
It's kind of insane.
Yes, it is. It is.
And they didn't just move this stone a few feet. The andesite quarry is 55 miles away. But how it got here is just one of the many mysteries surrounding the Sun Gate.
I've also heard some very outlandish stories about animals that are hidden here in the glyphs. So what do people see here?
The people say, for instance, that this figure appears to be an elephant.
An ancient elephant. Oh, with the eye and the trunk here?
Yeah.
Prehistoric elephants disappeared from South America more than 10,000 years ago, suggesting to some that Tiwanaku was the first major city in human history, and inspiring wild speculation that it was built with ancient alien assistance. But Jose has a much less Stargate-y theory.
Actually, you can see here is the body and the shape of a huge snake.
So this is not evidence of Ice Age encounters here.
I'm afraid not.
Good, okay, no, this is good. We're getting the real story here. I like this.
Modern archaeologists date the gate and the rest of the city to about 1,500 years ago, not 10,000. That still doesn't explain how this place was built. And Jose says that new finds at the site are only deepening the mystery.
One thing you can't tell in the dark is how big this place is. How big is it?
Just the excavated area, it is 2 square miles.
2 square miles?
Yeah.
That's only the parts you've excavated?
Yeah.
That's crazy. And this huge mound that we see over here, is that natural?
No, it is artificial.
All of it?
Yep, a 7-step pyramid.
That's gigantic.
Now, I'm meeting with underwater archaeologist Marcial Medina Wanka, who has uncovered the best evidence yet of this lost Atlantis.
Marcial, hola. Mucho gusto. Josh. Nice to meet you. Pleasure. What is this?
These are remains of a lost Tiwanaku temple.
It is.
Yes, it was a massive structure with the coiled snake carved at its center, perhaps representing a deity.
It's huge.
Marcial uncovered these ruins only recently, and they're virtually unknown to the outside world. If they were built by the Tiwanaku, they would be among the only structures found outside of their main capital.
And so do you think there were other Tiwanaku buildings here?
Yes, I think this was a city that sank as the levels of the lake changed.
Do you think there's more out there?
Sí,
Can you prove it?
sí, se puede probar.
Yeah?
Lo puedo probar.
I'd like to see that.
Marcial is confident that the ruins lead out to an underwater city. To test his theory, we head to the nearby docks to meet his sonar scanning team, Christ Garine and Rob Veal from Co-Discovery, a company specializing in underwater survey tech.
We ready to go?
We're all set. All the gear's set.
Okay.
We cast off and head to the area directly offshore from the temple ruins. There, we'll run a search grid, working our way from the center of the lake back toward the temple.
¿Es aquí?
This is it.
Sí.
Okay, great. We're here. You guys ready to scan? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's get into it. Come on.
To see if the ruins on shore are just the tip of the iceberg, we're going to deploy the team's otherworldly-looking secret weapon.
So the Nova Ray was designed to be towed or fly under its own power.
Got it.
I've equipped this particular model today with an exterior forward scan sonar.
Awesome.
Underneath the wing on the skids, I have a side scan sonar, so we can look side to side at the same time as we're looking forward.
This thing's got 2 sonar systems and 4 cameras on board.
That's correct.
And so are you helping to manage the tow?
Correct. I'll be on the back of the boat, managing the vehicle and the cable.
Got it. All right, well let's get into it, guys. Come on, let's do it.
We get the unit up and running
There we go. She's in.
and monitor the readings coming in as the Nova Ray stitches the data together, painting a detailed picture of the lake bed in real time.
Look at that, unbelievable. Marcial, what are we looking for down here?
Bueno, lo que estamos buscando es...
We're looking for stonework underwater, anything that could connect to the ruins we saw on land.
At first, all we see is an endless bed of reeds. And then, we pick up something unusual, something big.
Right there, look at that. Something just went right by the camera.
Yep, that had a nice straight line.
There's something there.
Excelente.
That could be a stone.
Sí.
And those stones would be made out of what material? ¿Qué tipo de piedras?
Andesita.
Andesite.
Andesite, the exact type of stone we saw at Tiwanaku. This could be a major breakthrough. Marcial and I quickly gear up to investigate. High-altitude diving, though, is no joke. Because we're at 12,500 feet, the pressure underwater is 3 times more intense, which means less time at the bottom. Beneath the boat, the water is clear, but that doesn't mean it's easy to see. We carefully enter an eerie forest of reeds.
Really spooky in here. You have to literally reach down into darkness to see if there's anything on the bottom. Marcial, there's definitely rocks here. What do you think? Looks natural to me. None of the stones seem cut. Okay. Whew. Hard to breathe at this altitude. Let's keep looking.
We continue searching for cut stone, but it's like looking for a needle in a reed stack. And every time we touch the bottom, huge clouds of silt rise up to plunge us into twilight.
Visibility is really bad. I can't see a thing in here.
The clock is ticking. We have just 20 minutes left before we'll be forced to ascend. Luckily, the thick vegetation clears, revealing something truly incredible.
Oh my God! Martial, look at this! Incredible! Is this a wall? It looks like a wall, maybe for a temple.
The wall stretches out as far as the eye can see. We follow it and reach a far larger structure, ruins of something big, perhaps even the remains of a city.
There are multiple buildings down here. Amazing. How old do you think this is? By the looks of it, Tiwanaku. Early Tiwanaku.
We're both stunned by the discovery and deeply out of breath from the altitude. Marcial and I make a few more laps around the ruins and then return to the surface.
Whew! Wow! Unbelievable. It's this huge structure.
Mucho.
Yeah, there's so much stuff, and you can see all the cut stones.
Hemos encontrado.
We found wall after wall. It's crazy.
Loco.
You think this could be part of a city?
Sí.
And what percentage of this lake have you searched?
0.001%.
That's it?
Excelente.
Nothing. A lot of work left to be done. Hey, great job. Ah, that was awesome. Whew.
Loco.
Crazy. Loco's right. That's loco.
Marcial and his colleagues will return to the site with more resources to see if the Atlantis of the Andes is as extensive as legends claim.
How absolutely chilling is that? German helmet.
Yeah.
In a destroyed fortress in Poland, I've just found a relic of the Nazi occupation here that was abandoned in the final days of World War II.
Oh. This just connects you to this place in such a primal way. You know, it's like a person wore this, a Nazi soldier wore this helmet. It's kind of haunting. With the Red Army coming through here, I can't imagine many Germans survived this place.
You're holding history in your hands.
Powerful, powerful stuff. Okay, here, let's keep that safe. We'll keep looking, see what else is here.
Pavel, this is crazy.
Holy hell, look at this. This goes way back.
Oh.
Okay, so obviously this roof is no guarantees here, guys. So be really, really cautious. We've got an alcove here on the left. Oh my God. We got more chambers down here. Look at this. Oh my God. We've got bottles, coffee cups, lamps, cooking pots. You could just imagine a soldier right here.
You can see the roof is burned.
Yes. Yeah, you can see burn marks in the ceiling. Oh, look at this bottle. Bromnervat. It sounds like it's a kind of nerve tonic for stress.
Fun fact, Bromnervicet was a barbiturate syrup prescribed to Hitler himself by his personal physician to counteract his rampant amphetamine use.
This is still sealed.
No, drink.
I'm not gonna drink. How crazy do you think I am?
Josh, no drink.
So far, so amazing.
Cables.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow, yes.
Yes.
What would run off of this high voltage?
We can't know for sure, but this would have produced a lot of energy.
Not all rooms had power supplies, so this room must have been very important.
But wait, there's more.
Well, look, gas mask. Oh my God. We've got a gas mask here, and here's the face piece right here.
This is a blue gas mask. It indicates a non-magnetic mask. These were issued to people near radio frequencies as to not interfere.
Ah, for radio.
Yeah.
So we've got high voltage, we've got this, maybe radio station.
Yes, it looks like this is the fortress's radio room. This would have been one of the most crucial places in the whole city to the Nazis.
And it isn't until we explore the back of the chamber that we learn exactly how crucial.
Wow. Look over here, Josh.
Oh, this? Is it paper? All of this is burned. Look at this. So we've got writing along the top here, different columns and rows that are labeled. What is this exactly?
These look like they've been through decryption. I'm not 100% sure, but I think these are from an Enigma.
Enigma?
Yeah.
These were used with Enigma machines.
Podejrzewamy, że tak.
They look to me like they are.
Okay. Wow.
These papers, many now burned and black, appear to be products of Enigma, a complex encryption device used by all branches of the German military to send top-secret communications. From the outside, it resembled a humble typewriter, but looks are deceiving. Enigma could scramble a message into hundreds of millions of possible permutations. The consequences were catastrophic, allowing German forces across land, sea, and air to communicate their movements without fear of compromise. It was only when British mathematician Alan Turing and the team at Bletchley Park, England, cracked the Enigma code that the tide of the war turned to the side of the Allies. To find out what these communiques were telling the Nazis, I rush back to the surface to find our translator, Oliver.
What does it say, Oliver?
Okay,
There's
okay.
writing on this. What does it say?
Also, receiving some devices, Einrichtungsstelle at a location.
So they're receiving some sort of devices here.
They received some sort of device.
There's definitely something here, but it's difficult to make out. We go to a section of the dig shielded from the wind to try to get a closer look.
Here you go, this page.
The pages are frighteningly brittle. The only way to separate them is with the razor-sharp edge of a knife.
Meeting OKH from 14 something on the 14th of January was coming here. I don't know. Wissen bei Küstrin wurde in den Jahren 1938 bis 1950 genutzt. Es war einer der wichtigsten Lager, in denen viele Kriegsgefangene während des Zweiten Weltkriegs untergebracht wurden. Es war zugleich correspondence about prisoners that have been kept here. You know, I'm reading this on the fly, but it refers to the Kriegsgefangenenlager Stalag, Alt-Rewitz.
A prison camp.
Prison camp at Küstrin, which is close to here.
And OKH is?
Oberkommando.
Oberkommando. So something to do with the high-ranking commander and this field post, which involves a prison camp near here.
Yes.
Oof. Well, we'll photograph all the pages we can see, and I think we leave the rest aside. Somebody may be able to carefully separate the pages later. I don't want to mess them up.
The paperwork, likely a transfer order for prisoners, would have been encrypted, which means Enigma was nearby. More importantly, it confirms this very spot is where orders from Berlin would be received, decoded, and then relayed to commanders above. We've made a huge discovery, and Jarek has only scratched the surface, literally.